Rest in peace to Mr. Lekota. South Africa has lost one of the most outspoken voices in its political history. And in 2019, during a heated debate in Parliament, Mr. Lekota made a speech that shocked the entire country. Standing in front of President Cyril Ramaphosa, he said something very bold. And I just pray that people had listened to you when you spoke to the president in 2019. And this is what you said.
That was the time the choices were made. I made my choice to go down with our people. You made your choice to go with them. Now you are inviting us to join you in the corruption of Bosasa, in the corruption of all of these things you've been doing with the others. I'm sorry, sir. I will stay with the people in Khayelitsha, in Chiawelo and Soweto and so on. The day we get out of there, it will not be to go to the flesh path of Egypt. It will be to go with our people when freedom is there for everybody. I thank you. I'm grateful you're a billionaire. Keep the billionaires and thank you for them. But we are not going to be part with you. I'm not joining that trade.
Now, in this video that I played, Mr. Lekota was reminding Parliament that during the struggle years, some activists went to Robben Island while others did not. Then he turned directly to President Cyril Ramaphosa and said, "When it was difficult, we went to Robben Island while others were rewarded and sent home." He told Cyril Ramaphosa not to mislead the South African people about the history of the struggle. And some members of parliament applauded him while others strongly rejected his claims. But Lekota never backed down. Now, to those who did not know, Mr. Lekota was the founder of COPE and he was a former ANC stalwart. Now, he was also a former defense minister and a man who spent years on Robben Island for the struggle. And Mr. Lekota left behind a political legacy that many people will never forget. Mr. Lekota's political journey started long before democracy. Now, in the 70s, he was deeply involved in the anti-apartheid struggle. And because of his activism, now Mr. Lekota was arrested by the apartheid government and later imprisoned at Robben Island, where many freedom fighters like Utatu Mandela were held. And after the fall of apartheid in 1994, Lekota became one of the key leaders in the African National Congress. He served as the Premier of the Free State, Chairperson of the ANC, and later Minister of Defense under President Thabo Mbeki. But in 2008, after a major political fallout inside the ANC, Mr. Lekota broke away and funded the Congress of the People, which is COPE. And at the time, it was one of the biggest political splits in South African history. Now, whether you agree with him or not, one thing is certain, Mosiuoa was never afraid to speak his mind. From the struggle years, to Robben Island, to the cabinet, to funding his own political party, he remained one of the most independent voices in South African politics. He challenged power, he challenged narratives, and he challenged leaders, even the president himself. And with that being said, Mosiuoa Lekota is gone, but his voice and his confrontations in parliament will remain a part of South Africa's political history. So I just want to say rest in peace, Mr. Mosiuoa Lekota, a freedom fighter, a political challenger, and a man who never stopped speaking. Amandla.